An historical site in Nebraska is giving visitors a chance to learn about an important time in American history. The Mayhew cabin is part of the Underground Railroad, and for decades, students and history buffs have been stopping by to get a first-hand look at what that journey to freedom was like. Lindsay Thies has the story.
Watch your head.
A walk underground, a trip back in history. In the 1850s, Nebraska was incorporated as a territory. During that time, slavery was the big debate.
Up until January of 1861, slavery was allowed. They had no laws prohibiting slavery. And so in the 1860 federal census, there are 15 slaves listed in Nebraska territory.
Moved about a football field from its original site, the Mayhew cabin sits today as a key to the past in Nebraska City.
These logs right here, these are the original logs that Alan Mayhew worked on over 150 years ago.
Alan and Barbara Mayhew lived in this home with their sons. It was here where Barbara's brother, abolitionist John Cadgy, would bring slaves that journeyed through towards freedom on the Underground Railroad.
There are references where they had, some pretty good-sized groups in here, and you can imagine with the family here and then 10 or 12 people who are trying to escape, they're all in here just getting something to eat and then they're moving on their way.
This is a recreation of the tunnel fugitive slaves, as the reenactors call them, would crouch, hide, sleep, and crawl. The tunnel, also called John Brown's Cave, would spill out, leading here at a creek. It would eventually go to the Missouri River and into Iowa and freedom. But history hasn't been so kind to this historic landmark. Now caution tapes line the outside of the tunnel. Visitors can still come by to visit parts inside the cabin and a small museum. But the nonprofit hopes to raise money or get grants to improve this piece of history. The Mayhew Cabin, John Brown's Cave, and its museum are open Thursday through Sunday from noon until 5, and it is open until the end of October. November 1st is their last day. Of course, we have all this information online with this story as well. That's at KMTV.com. For now in Nebraska City, I'm Lindsay Thies for Upfront at 4.
All right, Lindsay, thanks so much.